Mhm. Good morning, heartache. You old gloomy sight. Good morning, heartache. Hi, Princess A. Thought we said goodbye last night. RNV how y'all doing? Nikki? Lord, I just got myself a drop of entertainment on today. Did y'all see y'all pass over there trying to cuss last night? I only go over there when I'm so bored I can't take it no more, right? But I know a lot of y'all are from the Show Me State. A lot of y'all origins are in Missouri. You believe in show me, and the current language is receipts. So let's just play just a little taste. Hi, Nikki. Just a petty man, just a petty mess. Lord, that's me. Just and mocha drop. TLC and 3. Mm-hmm. Did y'all see that boy over there trying to cuss? Lord, I had never heard such a pitiful display. Let me play a little taste first. I'm gonna give you a little taste.
Bro, nobody, hold on for a minute, Nicole. You really feeling yourself tonight? Nobody ain't supporting nothing. All I'm telling you is this: I don't give a damn. First of all, let me say this: I don't give a damn. Somebody gonna pay. Either Rita gonna pay, either Sean Bradley gonna pay, or Fabe gonna pay, but somebody gonna pay. So you up there talking about somebody encouraging something. First of all, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not filing court papers, but people are putting it up here. I'm going to commentate on it, and I'm going to talk about it. So don't tell me that I'm encouraging nothing. I ain't encouraging nothing. You sit up there watching it and consuming it. Girl, gone somewhere. Anyway, I don't know who you are personally. I don't have anything against you, but I think you really need to think before you start.
Hold on 1 minute.
This stuff, because at any rate, we don't know. I don't know if somebody did something to Rita behind the scene. I don't know if Rita's doing that. That's it. But Nicole, that's your opinion. Nicole, you act like you stay over Rita's house and that you was at the court when Rita did her thing. So at the end of the day, if you don't want or don't like the content, just take your ass out and leave and go somewhere where you don't have to hear the content. But I'll be damned if I have somebody come and tell me how I'm going to run my platform and you can shut the hell up and you can move on. I don't know who you are. Now, I'm just saying, don't tell me I'm switching something in the negative direction. All I'm saying is somebody going to jail, and I don't give a damn who it is, and I'm going to be sitting here right watching it. Now, I don't care if you're a favorite. I don't give a damn who you are. I'm not the one. So you take that shit somewhere else.
Ah! Okay, I think that'll do it, buddy. So y'all hear the Jay Wilson, right? This is the same man who sat up here and said, "Oh, I didn't say the B word. You notice I didn't say the B word. Yes, I talked about your children. I talked about your home. I talked about your job. I said you had stinky feet. I talked about everything about you. I never said the B word." Silly bitch. You hear this boy? That this is on. I only gave you a 2-minute segment, right? This boy, he said 7 cuss words in that 2-minute segment. Throughout the whole, I don't know how long he's on there. You know I ain't watching that long. But he's cussing all the way through, right? Now, William McCrae has taught some of these church queens that, oh, I don't say nothing unless it's in the Bible. I say hell because hell's in the Bible. I say damn because damn is in the Bible. Jay Wilson, where is shit written in the Bible? Huh? Tell me where it's at. Since you only say hell and damn, I don't give a damn. Jay Wilson, you've always been a square. You were raised up in them churches trying to emulate the morality of your oppressor. You started sorting out at the young age. I'll listen to this, but I won't listen to that. I'll listen to that, but I won't listen to this. And you picked out that as long as I don't say the B word or I don't say the F word, that I'm good. Jay Wilson. You sitting over here trying to cuss and trying to appear to be hip, slick, and cool. Let me sing a song. What is hip? Tell me if you think you know what is hip. If you're really hip, the person you should show that you're really hip to, maybe hipper than hip. What is hip? Don't. It was bad enough, boy, when you come in here and talk about, I'm real. Oh, that's real. I said, girl, you're about 30 years behind, girl. We kind of stopped saying real about 30 years ago. Now this boy over here trying to cuss. I guess he finally figured out. Oh, let me show you something. I just got a peep of something. I told you yesterday that I was on my way to this consignment store, right? I was saying that, well, where, if you bought something, Timothy, where would you put it, right? That's the same old question I've been asking myself for at least 20 years, right? So I said, oh, I'm just going to go and look. I like to look. I'm just browsing, right? Failed again. Look at him. You see him? Where he at? Look at him. Ain't he gorgeous? I couldn't resist, child. I've been struggling with this shit for 20 years. Ain't he gorgeous, though? I don't think he's David, though. Well, after I got it home and I got it placed and everything, I said, well, that's another David. I got probably 4 Davids in this house already. But no, I don't think he's David. I just think he's a person from that era, like a Roman person. We'll see. So I didn't make it. Unsuccessful. Back to the subject. Jay Wilson. why you try to cuss all of a sudden, child? First of all, that is the lousiest cussing I've ever heard, girl. When you cussing is an expressive language, right? This is an art to using language. Now, people will say, oh, it's wrong because you raised up in the churches, child. But everybody cuss. I don't give a goddamn if you are a Wall Street billionaire, girl, you still say fuck, right? You still say the words. So I'm trying to figure out, Jay Wilson, are you going to go all the way in now? Have you finally recognized that no one on here is taking me seriously as a man of the cloth? And since they don't take me seriously, why should I? Right? Because half the songs you sing, I mean, I guess you can call that singing. I think we're kind of in the same class with all that anyway. Since nobody taking him seriously as a pastor, he had to reduce it from pastor to passer. And then he said a couple of days ago that, oh, I do have those credentials. I am that. How? I tried to give you the definition as plainly as it can be, Jay Wilson. You are a pastor when you have a church. You have to be the pastor of something. You can't just float around. I'm a pastor. You're not a pastor of anything because you're not in charge of anything, child. So now you decided you want to go use some more expressive language, right? But as you have to, as an art to expressive language, right? You can go into some place where the person in customer service is not paying you much attention, or they're not getting your side of the story, or they're just not really acknowledging you or whatever, or what your complaint is. The moment you say, give me my goddamn money, bitch, that's expressive language. All of a sudden, everybody in the line and behind the counter, including the management, understands that this person is serious about their money, right? You going over there talking about, I don't give a hell. I don't give a damn. No, it ain't gonna work, girl. Change your dams to fuck. You might as well jump all the way in, right? Because you've always been a phony pastor, right? So you came on here pretending that you don't use that expressive language because that's a sin. That's what you said. That's what you presented to us, right? When Kelly Love visited you in San Antonio, he came back saying, "Oh, he cuss all the time. He cuss like I said." I said, "Girl, we all know that's a fake ass boy. He ain't give a goddamn about no goddamn morality. Like words are supposed to be. I know. I'd rather you stop killing people. How about that? He don't care nothing about that shit. He's running afraid of AdSense. He is so afraid that Google is going to take that goddamn coin, honey. That's all it was, girl. So Google put out, even Google had to acknowledge, well, we really can't control these people's mouth, right? So they already announced to us that you can use. We've decided to change our policy on using colorful language, so we are going to allow that now. Now all of a sudden he wants to cuss. Jay Wilson, if you don't sit your punk ass down somewhere, girl. I only gave y'all a little taste. Y'all know he rambles, so I don't want to go on too much more. Educate him. Hi, Michael Todd Robinson of Facebook fame. How you doing? Mm-hmm. How are y'all doing on today? Mm-hmm. Shakira, y'all hear him? I know that when every time I come on here and talk about that boy, I know that makes y'all go over there and listen to him. So can we assume that you go over and listen to him anyway, right? Because I think in a general way, people who watch me are also watching over there, right? Obviously, if I'm watching over there, you know. I was just amazed. At first I was going to count the cuss words, right? But I couldn't keep up, child. That child was spitting them out all of his mouth. So let me ask you something, Jay Wilson. Since we're talking about cussing, is people having sex? That would be the F word, right? That would be the word we use for fucking, fucking, all that. How is that? So you say is that word nastier? People having sexual interaction, shall we say? Is that word nastier than shit? I mean, you told that woman you don't give a shit. So I'm trying to, and you're using the word shit 3 times in this thing, right? So I'm trying to figure out now which is nastier, because having sex is natural, or fucking, whatever. If you watch the movies, you'll see that all classes of people use that word, right? Except for the religious, ridiculous, right? But I'm trying to figure out defecation, excrement. How is that nicer word than F? Fuck you. Well, I'm supposed to be shit on you. I shit on you, like some other people use on here. I shit on you. Ooh. I mean, it's so vulgar and it has so no purpose, girl. So nasty. Passer. Oh, I don't give a shit. Well, you might as well go all the way in, girl. Go on all the way in. Let them fucks roll out of your mouth. Let your fuck be fuck. I don't give a damn. That ain't got no impact. Ain't nobody gonna react to that, girl. But when you when you use, I don't give a fuck about what you think, punk ass bitch. This is what you call expressive language. And you're no good at it, my friend. You sound terrible. Trying to catch up and be cool. You're not one of the hip kids. Wait a minute. What's that song I was just thinking about? I was thinking about, I come up hard, babe, but not a cool. I didn't make it, sugar, playing by the rules. I come up hard, but that's okay, cause cussing man don't get in my way. Hey, that ain't the song. I was thinking as I was on my way to this computer. I was thinking, well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern preacher, cause the pastor in the town got cussing in his brain. Jay Wilson, I don't know what the hell you gonna do, boy. You trying to cuss. He trying to be hip and slick and cool, right? What he has realized is that everybody on here cuss, right? So just because he been hiding and scared, and somebody gonna get $1 or $2 or $3 dollars from Google, he been hiding this. Oh, that's my moral high ground. That's my moral high ground. Girl, let's not get into some of the subjects that these people who you worship and adore so much and have established what the moral high ground is. Let's not even talk about what they think about you. I'll just leave it there. But you pick that out, right? Because at some point, Google was saying you can't say use no cuss words. Now, I use cuss words. It's just part of my language. How come I haven't had these massive demonetizations, girl? How come virtually everyone we look at, they all cuss, and you enjoy it, Jay Wilson, because all the people who you watch, you claim you don't watch anybody, but everyone who you do watch, who you report on their commentary, they all cuss like sailors, girl, right? So if cussing was so offensive to you, passer, if cussing was so offensive to you, why would you only watch people who cuss, right? So now They done ran dry on all of these goddamn guests of his, right? I see the guests is not running to get over there no more, right? So what's the next trick? Oh, I'll add cussing. So I'm adding shit. Silly man. Hi people. How y'all doing? Y'all need the cash app so I can pay for this goddamn bus over here, child. I don't know why I won't get it though, child. Every time I go into one of them damn stores, I say, I don't need nothing. You're just going to look. You're just going to look. So even the cashier asked, because we all had the same conversation. People who spend their time in consignment stores and things like that, they had the same kind of conversation. I know I don't need anything. I know I don't need anything, but we do it, right? And so he was saying that, you know, the principle of out of sight, out of mind. I said, oh, yeah. Oh, that implies that if I don't come into the store, I won't see what the store has to offer. So the question is, why are you there, Timothy? I had to tell the brother, I said, but man, I ain't getting no sex. I'm not going or doing no traveling. This is my retirement. Mm-hmm. Did y'all notice all that cussing on that with that boy? I mean, saying the same old tire. You got to spice it up, Jay Wilson. And you got a lot of catching up to do, boy, because you're a total square. Total square. And y'all know what a square sound like trying to cut somebody out, child. It's laughable. In the Holy Ghost and mighty burning. Ooh, what's going on over here, over there? What in the Holy Ghost and mighty burning is going over there? I didn't say, you see, I didn't say the B word. I didn't see a B word. I tried to ask him one time. I said, Jay Wilson, explain this to me. What is a tree dog? You said you don't call nobody a bitch, right? But I couldn't figure out what exactly is a tree dog, because a person, I mean, the literal meaning being a female dog, and you saying that this person is in a tree. So aren't you saying calling this person essentially a bitch? If they're a tree dog, they're still, you're calling them a bitch, right? But I didn't say the word. The word. You're a dumbass nigga, Jay Wilson. You just are. Hey, I don't know what to do about you, child. He's over there all excited about these people with these PPP loans. Now, people, y'all are just fooling yourself. If y'all think that fool didn't realize that he could have got one of them PPP loans, I'm sure he's amazed right now that these people who they're reporting got those loans. I'm sure he is amazed that he missed that one. He missed it. Because I can absolutely guarantee you, if Jay Wilson thought he could sit on YouTube and apply for a PPP loan or that other loan they talking about for independent people, if he had any idea that he could sit down at his computer and spend a few minutes and get $20,000, $30,000, child, believe me, he would have did it. He missed it. So now he resents all of you who got it. Over there excited, somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. Somebody going to jail. Boy, you were so busy over here being messy. You didn't even realize that loan money was available, sissy. And then he wants to be sure that everybody goes to jail. So let me ask you this, Jay Wilson. Apparently, other people that are not your enemies have gotten those loans as well, because they found out that, oh, am I qualified for that? Then let me go and try and see if I qualify for it, right? So are you telling them that they're going to jail as well? What do you mean? You over here hollering about everybody going to jail. They're going to have strikes on the clothes and all this kind of stuff, right? They all going to jail. Jay Wilson, does that apply for everyone? Everyone in this chat, anybody who's gotten a PPP loan, would you like them to do time as well? Baby. Just admit it. You missed it. You missed it, Jay Wilson, because you, honey, you are the kind of person that would take off all your clothes and push a peanut across oncoming traffic, girl, to get $10. You would do anything for $1. You cannot convince me that if you thought you could actually get this money from the government, you wouldn't have gotten it. And now you're finding out that a whole lot of people got it. So what do you want to do? I'm going to send them to jail. They going to jail. Girl. Boy, like I told y'all, honey, that boy can be content every motherfucking day. You wouldn't have to, honey, you wouldn't have to watch but one person. That boy say something stupid every few minutes, John. Something, there's content every minute, girl. Oh, I don't watch him. I don't watch any of them, girl. But every single person that he talks about, there are prolific cussers. So I'm trying to say, if you were this pastor and you're so offended by four-letter words and so forth, girl, why are you watching only people who cuss the whole damn thing, girl? Maybe you're starting to realize that some of those stupid ass religious ideas you picked up were pretty shallow, girl. Maybe they were important 1,000 years ago, or 2,000 years ago, or 6,000 years ago, but they don't really apply to the real world, girl. So maybe you have decided to start thinking now, Jay Wilson, instead of just reiterating what you've learned on them pews sitting there under those people who despised you for all those years. And maybe you should be working out your resentment with those people instead of us, because really your issue should be with those people who you sat up under, because you have spent all these years and years in what you call seminary and Bible college or degree in singing, all this shit for the church, right? And they have not even offered you to be the janitor in the church, right? Nothing. So maybe you need to start thinking a few other things other than the word fuck, shit, damn. Maybe a few other things they call wrong 6,000 years ago are no longer wrong in today's society. Okay, what else is going on? Let me see. T.S. Madison better cuss. T.S. Madison cuss because that's who she is. She likes to cuss. She's learned language over her lifetime and she wants to use it. It's only expressive language, child. What does one word got to do with another word? It's silliness. Oh, I'm going to hell. So I said that. You said shit. You said it. Did you hear him say shit? No, girl, but I saw him rob that liquor store thing and shoot the teller in the head. But he didn't say shit. Man, this motherfucker probably done spent half his life in the bathhouse, but I didn't say the B word. It's hysterical. That's an hysterical creature. William McCrae is off the chain. He got some dirt on Kojic. What happened? Wait a minute, read that one, Teresa Hopkins. You know, we ain't heard from him in a while. William McCrae is off the chain. He got some dirt on Kojic CUSS because ain't no way he shouldn't be put out. He shouldn't have been put out. Oh, he got put out of the church? Okay. Because he looked just like a queen. That one preacher went off on him though. I felt bad for the boy for the first time. Excuse me, why? Too late. Get him from over and the ding dong ding. Get him from over and the ding dong ding. You see, he recognized his dad was on the move. He tried to run up under my desk real quick, right? But it didn't work because I caught his ass. Let me get back to William McCrae. What's he up to? They had that preacher up there when they had them Kojic conferences. I don't know why they're so strict in Kojic conferences about sin, because, girl, I've never seen so many queens in one place. Anyway, they sent up there. We got man with eyeshadow on. We done become a transvestite church. And he was talking about William McCrae. Apparently, the preacher's grandson or somebody had asked him about this guy, this flamboyant person, which was William McCrae. And so in front of all of the thousands of people who showed up for Kojic conference, and all of the audience that they got online, the man humiliated William McRae by suggesting that he was sitting there dressed like a transvestite person. No, he is not honest enough to really tell us what went on with him. William McRae very well might have been a transsexual or transvestite, drag queen, something, right? Because he insists upon having the same persona that he used in the streets. That runs a little deeper than just a Kojic costume. So they put him out now, like a queen. All that hair, Lord have mercy. And they say the hair ain't even his, just a lace front, because sometimes the hairline is here, and then sometimes the hairline starts here. I said, well, goddamn, how can your whole hairline move back 3 inches? So if it's sitting back on his head, I guess. But he's not even honest enough to even address, do I wear a wig? Whatever it is. He has decided to code on to his costume, his street costume, and so has William McRae. I mean, Andrew Caldwell. Andrew still wants to wear these ruby slippers. He wants to wear these what do they call them? I don't know what you call them, damn shoes. Tom Ford or some kind of shit with the back out and tassels in the front and all that. They can't shake it, baby. They just like to pretend that they are church people. So you would have to wonder what the church people actually think about them. And that preacher told him. I mean, I don't agree with that kind of thinking, of course. I'm delivered from all that bullshit. Right, that is extremely nice piece. I love your taste in art. Oh, he's cute. He is cute, ain't he? I love him. But I don't need no more. Because the piece that I had sitting there, I loved it. There wasn't nothing wrong with it. But now I got one more thing in my closet. I got to move my shoes over a little bit more. Shove something else in there. And usually when it gets shoved in, it never makes it back to the floor, child. I'll give it to somebody. I said, well, I mean, it was fine. I guess I just like finding things. But thank you, Michelle. Mm-hmm. He cussed in front of people. He definitely cussed off camera. Child, wait. He cussed in front of people because he cussed off camera. Yes. Be yourself, honey. Be yourself. Be yourself wherever you are, child. If you like to cuss, cuss. The church has rejected him over and over and over and over again. So they're not impressed by the fact that he said, I didn't say the B word. No, they want to know about them sucking them dicks, girl. It's much more important to them. Right? So I don't know who he's impressing. But talking about he don't cuss. He doesn't know how to cuss. And nothing more pathetic than somebody trying to cuss you out, girl, who don't know how to cuss. I mean, it's just something else. I used to like to watch, because, you know, San Francisco is 1/3 Asian people, right? And when people get real angry, they cuss too, right? So it's used to tickle me with the language. I don't understand the language, but I always understand, motherfucker, son of a bitch. I'm sorry, Asian people. I ain't mean no harm, honey. It's just funny to me, though, honey. Rich people cuss, old people. What is cuss, honey? Considering the shit that's in the news, who gives a damn about what word you use? Ooh, that's a bad word. Who determined what word was bad and what word was good? Oh, that's a good word. Oh, that's a bad word. Oh, they didn't use that word 5,000 years ago. Child, you listen to some of these religious people, we would probably, even though they wouldn't agree with me, we would probably still be in slavery, because since the Bible, it had slaves all through the Bible, they thought use that for years to enslave people. And like that made it right because it was in the Bible. That didn't even make any sense. We're supposed to stay the same throughout history from the time that God dropped the seed in his planet. We were supposed to stay exactly the same. It doesn't even make sense. Maybe it shouldn't even be in a book. If you're going to turn the damn book, you worship the book, you worship the created thing and not the creator. God is spirit. So where do we get so cooked into the book? No, honey. Because when something is locked in a book, that means it doesn't change. The world is constantly changing, right? We didn't even have the technology we have today. Today, we didn't even have that 10 years ago. 20 years ago, girl, only drug dealers had cell phones. The world is constantly changing, constantly moving, constantly getting more sophisticated, right? But you want to keep going way back to when people were wiping their ass with leaves and try to pull your morality from that. Why? Because it's in a book. You're worshiping a book. You're worshiping the Bible. That is the drawback to putting the writing things down, girl. Right? It locks it in time. You can still find, I'm sure, racist books out there, child, who would have you thinking that these people actually had a good argument. Why? It's in a book. And they keep their books, I'm sure, honey. Mm-hmm. How did I get off topic? I was talking about that Jay Wills. Gotta cuss at somebody. That motherfucker used 20. He used 15 to 20 words in that little thing he was doing, right? So I guess he called that pumping it up now. I'm gonna step it up a notch. Baby, these people will cuss your ass under the table, Jay Wilson. You ain't got a chance. You might as well stick with your holier than thou routine, honey. I missed so much out live because of stuff going on outside. What's going on outside, Dante? Danye? I'm gonna get these words right. Y'all trust me. If y'all hear me mispronouncing your word, then spell it out like it sounds like this. That seems to work. Y'all know I'm dyslexic. Don't make fun of me. Mm-hmm. I'm in that can't cuss category. Oh, damn. James. Damn. I love it. I didn't give up my language, honey. Because it took too long to make it, and I'll never have that recipe again. I'll never be able to learn it again, Jay Wilson. So you're a little late. I know you came out the closet in your 50s, but sometimes it's just too late. It's too late for love. Whoa, what have you been thinking of? You were such a fool. What's for lunch, dinner? Shit, I have to cut back on my lunch and dinner. I pay for that bus, child. What am I going to do? I did find this place. There's a mall. If I get on the train right in front of my apartment, I could be in the mall in 5 minutes, right? Downtown. And the train goes into the mall or right beside the mall. The entrance is, I don't have to go upstairs in order to go into this restaurant, right? But they have these designer hot dogs. Like, so I said, well, let me get something different. I go down there and give me a chili dog, right? Chili dog is kind of cheap food, but if you get them out, sometimes they put some time in them. They did not have a chili dog on the menu, though. They had a whole long list of all these gourmet hot dogs. And they had one called a barber dog. I think they call it a barber dog. Man, that thing was so delicious. Just thinking about it make my mouth water. They had barbecue sauce, a barbecue pork or beef. I think it was barbecue pork, but they used that instead of using chili. Barbecue on there. Good barbecue sauce. So they only been open a few months, but I've been back 2 or 3 times. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Mm-hmm. I'm not no foodie though. Sometimes I think maybe because I got all these damn dentures and shit in my mouth, I'm not tasting the food properly because a lot of stuff just tastes the same to me. A lot of Mexican food tastes the same to me, although it's one of the main things here. A lot of Asian food tastes the same, or not. Like some people can tell what restaurant they're at, which is one is better. They want to review the food and all that. I don't have that kind of palate. I don't even have a good palate for coffee. And as long as it's got caffeine in it, that's it. You need to see the statue up close. You can't because the Apple computer doesn't allow you, unless I'm not aware of it, allow you to zoom in on things. On my webcam and the other camera, you can zoom in on stuff, right? But it's not marble or anything. Most of my other statues are either marble, they're granite, they're bronze or something like that. That is what you call a resin, right? It's just resin. So basically, it's hollow. Although it's very heavy, I don't know how they did that, but it's basically hollow inside. It's just a form of kind of a plastic, right? But they call it resin, and a lot of the statues are that. That girl over there, she is too. See her? I mean, we all see. You know, you're going to mix things up. I have some things that are classic statues, and some things that are original. You know, works of art, and you got to kind of mix them in. So I really thought I had enough of this Roman type, Roman Greek, Roman kind of art. But then I saw that, I said, "Oh shit, I got to have it, baby." Wrap it up. When you were talking about Boston Market, oh, I had. You're right. I had Boston Market barbecue the day before. That was recently, day before yesterday. I had that. The barbecue hot dogs. I had that a while ago. I might go back there today though. Ooh, and them candy yam. It's so much sugar though. I'm not supposed to be eating sugar at all. Now, the thing about Boston Market, the meat was good, right? Fall off the bone. The dog is still enjoying that blessing. But the macaroni and cheese, oh, it was horrible. They had those swirly type of noodles in there. I don't think any black person would use that. I always hated it. Swirly type noodles in it, and then the other stuff like you just threw some cream sauce on top of it. Just terrible. But then the yams were good, except they don't have the consistency of a yam. It's just like it's all been smashed down. I think yams fall apart very easily, so they can't maintain like a real potato. But they were so sweet. So I said, you know what? This whole meal was probably packed with sugar. Plus, you ain't able to have bread, so I splurged a little bit on that. Mm-hmm. You like Michael Todd Robinson? That's another interior decorator. You like Empire style pieces? Okay. So the style is called Empire. I always think of it as being neoclassic design, right? But you don't want to have all one thing. I don't think. Like some of these statues and stuff, they look fantastic in modern rooms, right? So you don't want it to be all the same, or everything just blends in. Empire style. So is this Empire style, Michael Todd Robinson? I was terrible at school, so even though I always had an eye for interior design, I never really got the history and what this is called, what the painting is called, or did art study anything like. I was always lousy with that, but I could do it. I could do it better than most people in my class, just on sight, you know. Oh, the mac is good. Is not good. No, that mac was terrible, watery. You're right, Danye. Watery. The yams are very sweet. Yeah, you guys got the same opinion as I do. So I would never get that macaroni out there again, ever. I hope that restaurant makes it. You know, they're only a portion of what they used to be. Rotoing is good for pasta. Michael Todd Robinson, you know, I can see your old shop from my window, right? You were at Church and Market, and I sit right behind Church and Market, right behind Safeway. And when I look out the window, I'm looking right at your building, or your ex building. Empire style. Yeah, I've seen Empire. I can identify Empire chairs. There's a certain chair that I like is the Empire, but neoclassic usually means things that are from the era Roman Greek, and then most of the characters are taken from biblical people. You know, I kind of mix it in a little bit. You didn't know I was live? Mm-hmm. I'm live most mornings. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Michael Todd Robinson, let me ask you a couple questions. I don't get too many decorators over here. So do you find yourself continuing to get things, even though you've said over and over and over again that the room is done? I've been saying the room is done since I moved in here 11 years ago. But it never seemed to phase me, girl. I think the problem with it is you end up getting rid of things that you really liked. Well, you liked them for a while. At some point, a lot of stuff you get bored with. You want to do something different. You know, it'd be fantastic if I had a garage or a basement or something like that. I live in an apartment building, doesn't have a place where you can have a garage sale or anything like that. But I have plenty I could give them. But usually what happens is I just end up when my friends come over, I just give them stuff. Unfortunately, most of them don't care about no damn decorating. All they're interested in is computers, phones. I guess they have a couch to sit on, but that's about it. I don't like all that stuff. I don't like all that stuff. I said, well, girl, you don't have a designer's heart. They say, oh, you trying to look rich. No, I'm trying to make a nice room. I started collecting Architectural Digest magazines when I wasn't even in high school yet. There's always been a popular style there. It still is to this day. Here we are 50 years later, and the style is still very popular. This Greek Roman, and then a lot of the artwork that was made, the old artwork, the classics, it was all taken from biblical characters, right? European style. I call it neoclassic. You can call it Roman, Greek Roman. But so my style was developed over years. It's always been pretty much like that. You worked at Church and Market for Joe Hammer after I closed Divas only on Hay Street. I thought you had a shop right here on Church and Market. I worked at Church and Market for Joe Hammer. Oh, so that was the one upstairs? That was the name of the shop? Okay. Yeah, that building has been through many transitions since then. I don't know when you were here last. It's a bank now. The bottom part, they emptied the whole building out though. I still haven't figured out why. They emptied it all out and they remodeled the whole thing. And so I don't know what's in there now. Mm-hmm. I buy and sell and give away. It's hard to pass up beautiful piece, especially where you can afford it. There you go. There you go. They say you need to get your ass on eBay. I'd rather just give it to somebody who wants it. I don't want to go through all the hassle of it. And I hate when people say, oh yeah, I'll take that. And then it's still sitting in your house 2 weeks later. No, if you don't want it, honey, it's going on the street tonight. I don't have space to just be packing shit up. So whatever. Finances won't allow me to just go crazy. That's good. Mm-hmm. What else is going on, peoples? I see Miss Rita filing more papers. She's got papers. I want y'all to leave that woman alone. She's on there crying and everything else. I mean, I don't understand what's going on there. These people, these beefs get out of control. You got to keep upping the game and upping the game. Now you got to go sending people to jail. And what's going to happen with this beef sector, honey? Because you guys can't keep it a secret, come here, trade a few insults, and take your ass to bed. It's got to be up and up and upped. So now I guess she got another court case going. Bless her heart. I feel for her because she's trying to raise kids, and I don't totally discount a person. Now, of course, 20-some hours is crazy, but I can understand these women why they're online. They're trying to feed their family. What's the difference is feeding their family here or going mopping somebody's damn floors, girl? When you mop their floors, you got to go mop them for 8 hours. YouTube average an hour, right? So it makes totally sense. But I don't choose to follow that. I don't choose to follow all that kid stuff where they're insulting each other's kids and all that. It's kind of sad to me that these people feel like they have to go so hard. And the ones who feel like they're going so hard, the next person is going to one up you then, honey. And on and on and on. Whatever. Yeah, I like that Squeenie in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. Because I know he's going to start yapping in any minute. $10 for them and found out they were worth. What happened? Okay, Danye, the true story. My mother shopped a thrift store to buy some lamps on the way to my grandma's funeral. She paid $10 for them and found out they were worth $800. Happens all the time, baby. If you have that eye, baby, you can shop at the Goodwill. If you have that eye, I found deals all the time, child. And some of the best stuff I have, it wasn't the most expensive stuff. I mean, it's kind of mixed. If you have the money, you're just going to, you buy whatever you want. If you don't have the money, you're always looking for deals. But sometimes the stuff you didn't pay anything for ends up being very valuable if you have an eye. Like I said, I've been in Architectural Digest since 10 years old. So there's one. See them right here? This is a bronze. You see this guy? Where is he here? Him. He's a bronze, right? I found him in this thrift shop for $15. Solid bronze. I mean, bronze is not solid. It's got a core that is sculpture. But anyway, I saw it recently on eBay, and it was almost $1,000. I paid $15 for it. So, you can find stuff. It's fun. It's like a adventure, finding things. Unfortunately, like I've told you guys before, most of the stores here, Michael Ty Robinson, you love those pillows? Yeah, people have commented on those pillows. They come from Amazon. You can get them. If you just get the top part, they're less than $10. I think. I don't remember. They're less than $20, let's say. But you got to have an insert. Amazon. What was I just talking about? Yeah, unfortunately, most of the secondhand stores here have been bought out, and people have built buildings on them now. We were having this real big thing where this real estate boom, and these little junk shops just couldn't do it because they kept raising the rent and raising the rent and raising the rent. You got to sell a whole lot of used pieces if your rent is over $3,000. So they ran a lot of them away. Michael Ty Robinson, that Goodwill at Van Ness and Mission used to be a Goodwill store there for years and years and years, right? The biggest one in the city. They tore that down, and now they built, I believe it's 55-story high-rise on that property. 55 stories. Now that's a big change, honey. You can see why, and all of them things got to be $1 million a piece. All the condos. That's happened a lot in the city. There's almost no shops left. No cheap shops anyway. One of the bronze statues. The statue at Market and Dolores. That man on the horse. I used to live on Dolores Street too. I lived there with December. That's across the street. Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. Okay. What else going on, people? Let me do a quick check. Make sure there's no breaking news. I like to find out if it's breaking news. Okay. PP loan fraud task force. Oh, shit. Y'all gonna wear this PPP shit out, child. Are we to understand that it's supposed to be loans, honey? If they're a loan, what difference does it make what you use it for? If you got to pay it back, if you have the responsibility to pay it back, I don't think it makes much difference what you used it for. I mean, this is just my opinion. I know that's not the law, but if you're going to pay it back, it shouldn't make a difference. But when you get them forgiven, I think that's when you run into trouble, because then you just took the money, right? So some people say, well, you're going to be prosecuted and sent to prison because you took the loan. You applied for it. Even if you didn't get the money, you still applied for it. You tried to, they are so busy. People try to track down people with real issues and real theft. They ain't going to be bothered with people who apply for something that they didn't get. So let's not wish all our brothers and sisters into prison. You see the video I sent? You sent me a video? What was it, Nikki? I'm sure I must have. What was it? Was it yesterday? The cartoon? Somebody sent me a cartoon with some of the characters from the beef sector in there. You know the beef sector getting famous now, child. I hope my book will land in some people's hands and they might become curious and come on over. But I heard the beef sector, a lot of people got beef sector in their names now. And we might be on the cusp of something great. And then in the future, they be saying, "Oh, I remember the old days." So what we're talking about right now, they'll be talking about this was the old days of the beef sector, the orange of the beef. It's only been around a couple of years. Or when people start calling themselves the beef sector, we just start calling something. Wally started off with the Section 8 sector, I believe. And then I did an hour video chastising Wally for calling us the Section 8 sector, right? And then the people said, well, they didn't mind the beef sector. So it's been the beef sector ever since then, right? So that's only 2 years ago. Did I see the video you sent? Let me see. Let me see what Nikki sent. Your video's okay. Okay. Massacre in the beef sector? Was that it? Massacre in the beef sector? Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that. That's with the cartoon. So I wish I could get into all this damn what y'all doing, all of this photoshopping and these characters, and I just don't have the patience to all this editing, creative editing, and using all the different stuff. People, they give you information. I mean, YouTube is constantly giving you information about how to make these creative thumbnails and how to do this and how to do that. I just don't have the energy for it. And then at one point, I used to even have a little banner to begin with, like a forward. I took that out. I said, no, I'll just sit down and talk, and that'll be it. I guess this is a sign of being old. You just don't want to be bothered with a whole lot of shit. But I admire the way these people have gotten so creative, especially with their photoshopping. This Duchess Kelly Love, she had a picture of this tattooed muscle man, and she put her head on it. I said, girl, you know good and goddamn well that ain't no damn Duchess Kelly Love. But you couldn't see. It looked like it was actually her body. So he has gotten better and better and better at that stuff, right? Photoshop. I don't know what the thing is when you have all the cartoons. Sir King does a decent job of it. Those kind of things, So they're having fun. Tracy's taking to it now too. I see. But you won't be getting a whole lot from your uncle. Baby, we just sit out and talk. Fireside chats. Mm-hmm. Juror dismissed in Rickenhouse trial, telling a joke about police shooting. Oh, a juror was dismissed. Rickenhouse. Am I familiar with Rickenhouse trial? I don't know. Is Rickenhouse that teenager who was walking around with the fucking gun killing people? Is that the one during the riots? Mm-hmm. Sitting down for a little fireside is good. Mm-hmm. Just release him now. Okay. So you guys are talking about that 17-year-old white dude who killed two protesters. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Some of this stuff's just gonna make you mad. You murdered two people. I remember when it happened, and I saw the cops. Him walk right by the cops with a goddamn AR-9 or what the hell you call it, a machine gun right past them after they know people just got shot. Sometimes we make so much. It seems like we make so much progress in this country, and then there are moments where it seems like nothing has changed at all. What's up with all these cops don't want to get they don't want to get vaccinated? What's the point in that? People don't give a fuck about themselves and they don't give a fuck about nobody else. Firemen, they walking out on their job because you can't make me do something. It's my right to have COVID if I want to. Right. So is it okay for you to give COVID to my mother? Anyway. Let's hope things will get better soon. It seems to be now we're at when you go into a restaurant, you got to show you've been vaccinated to sit inside the restaurant. It changes every few days, One day it's mask, then you go in on Monday, you got to wear a mask. Go back on Wednesday, you don't got to wear a mask. Then you only sit outside. Now you could show your card. You can sit inside. Whatever. Makes you want to eat a lot of top ramen, honey, and Marie Callender's. Mm-hmm. They better give that boy some time, though. They better give him pretty much all of his time. He murdered 2 people. It's murder. Yeah, it's exhausting. This COVID thing is. It is exhausting, right? You can go on a plane. You can't go on the plane. Planes are being canceled. Stops get. Lord have mercy. Now you got to have a certain ID to get on the damn plane, so you can get all packed up and ready to go. Get to the airport. Get on the plane. Oh, you ain't got the new True ID. You ain't got no True ID. Step to the back of the line. You better call your attorney, girl. You can't even get on the goddamn plane. What the hell was that? What we've been doing for the last 50 years, child. Now you got to have another little watermark on your ID. People never stop coming up with ways to get your money or to prove their jobs. Mm-hmm. Did I see myself in the cartoon? Nope. Somebody told me that I was supposed to be what was my name in the thing? Bayan or something like that. I don't. It's long. It's 40 minutes, right? I watched most of it. I have to go back, Nikki. I want to see myself now. You know how our egos are. How are they representing me? Mm-hmm. Who are the people that made a cartoon about me one time and said that I had a wife in Ohio? And I had what did I do? That shit was funny as hell. They made up a whole goddamn history for me with this cartoon character and always showing my face like I'm mad and angry all the goddamn time. I'm not angry all the time. God damn it. Okay, people. I just want to warn y'all. Jay Wilson is cussing now. I guess he done throw down the whole pastor routine. He stopped doing the services, right? Because it became a joke and there was nobody giving no money. It's only been about the money rights. Then he took his name pastor and turned it into pastor. So he still wants people to call him pastor, even though he ain't got nothing to do with no pastor. He ain't never pastor shit, right? And now he's dropping he's gonna call cussing. So ladies, be prepared. Next he'll be calling you bitch. It seems to be progressive. We're getting closer and closer to the real Jay Wilson, right? Because when he came out here, he was pretending to be, he was a bisexual. First he was straight, then he was a bisexual, and then it was nobody's business. And now he's what they call a flamer. He just, that's a queen, honey. All Jay Wilson need is a wig and some lipstick, honey, and that would be a full queen. Pass a plate. Excuse me, pass a plate. All right, you guys, have a good day. I'm off to my stuff. Let's call him pass a plate. Pass a plate, please. Pass a plate, please. I can't read him now. I got to go. Thanks for coming in, guys. Later.